G'day guys, it's your boy Slendy back with another tier list to rustle some jimmies. If you haven't seen my first tier list where I rank hardstyle producers and piss a few people off, make sure you check that out in the description below. Today we'll be ranking hardcore producers, and I want to make a couple things clear. Firstly, this is a partycore list, so we're not going into early gabba, terror, or other subgenres of hardcore. If you do want to see me make a subgenre of hardcore tier list, let me know in the comments below and I'll get right on that for you. Secondly, Jurassic Foire t-shirts and singlets are now available worldwide. They ship worldwide, they look fucking skits. If you pick one up, you're an absolute fucking legend. It really supports the channel and I love you to death. And then the third thing is, it's really easy to rank things that you don't like, but it's much harder to rank things that you do like. To give you an example, I like pizza and ice cream. Ranking the two is difficult because if I choose ice cream, then it's Pizzagate 2.0, bro, because I've pissed off everyone who likes pizza more. But if you're ranking pizza and a shit sandwich, it's pretty fucking easy to choose pizza, right? So hardcore is something that I love. It's gonna be hard to rank. Let's see if we can dive into it and try not to piss too many people off this time. Rightio, let's jump right in. First up, we've got Ophidian. This is an easy tier 1, ladies and gents. He is a dead set legend, has been for the longest time as well. Honestly, like nothing is real. Butterfly, just fuck me up, fam. Straight to tier 1, absolute goat. Number 2, Meccano Twins. Okay, I loved these guys back in the day. Saw them live a couple times, filthy as fuck. Going in a strong tier 2, I reckon. They haven't really done much lately, but their remix of Noise Pumper, oh my god, oh my Jesus. Listen to it right now if you have not done so already. It will actually blow your speakers up. So very strong tier 2, would love to see them make a bit of a resurgence. Okay, the Viper, another solid tier 2 for me. Based on a bit of nostalgia, having seen this bloke a couple times back in the day and just tearing it up. Like District 7 Festival in Parramatta Park, such a shit show of a dust bowl, but oh my god, the Viper's set on that day, what a peak set. And his set at DEF CON AU camping, the 1 year that we had camping, was freaking off chops. I love his tracks, honestly, like Get Lit still gets me stomping. Bloody First Aid, call the fucking ambulance because you're gonna need it because you pulled a hammy because you fly kicked that much. Still got it. Would love to see a bit more from him these days as well. Okay, Neophyte, one of the genuine godfathers of the hardcore scene. Neophyte Records has been a staple for decades now, and I'm just dithering a bit. I don't know whether or not he's tier 1. He's more like a tier 2.5 for me. He's like pushing tier 1, but I don't froth at every single one of his tracks. I feel like a tier 1 and above for me is every track is a must-hack track, whereas Neophyte, in terms of contribution to the scene, yeah, tier 1, but his tracks themselves, like, still fucking love the majority of them, but I'm actually gonna just chuck him in tier 2 because this doesn't do half tiers. But for all you watching at home, he's a solid 2.5 tier. He's pushing tier 1, he's almost there. Okay, Andy the Core. This is another really tough one. I fucking love Andy the Core. Like, I'm tempted to chuck him in tier 1, but then I'm looking at who I've already got in tier 2, and is he better than Meccano Twins, Viper, and Neophyte, who all get me frothing as well? This is going to be the hardest tier list I've ever done. You know what? Just Brutal Method. Just Brutal Method. You know what? That's pushing tier 1. Oh, so hard. Yep. Gonna stick it, tier 1, Andy the Core. His sets are off the chain. Okay, anime. Weebs out there? Nah, it's anime, I think. The Italian goddess. Strong tier 2. She has some absolute banging tracks. Amashishi with Mad Dog. I love her oldies as well. Cracks, Hands Up. Great party stomping tracks, can't go wrong. Art of Fighters, no hesitation this time, tier 1. The boys haven't done much recently, which is, to me, the only thing keeping them out of God tier, because these were one of the duos back in the day that got me into the scene more than any other hardcore producer. They just pumped out track after track that I thought was really original, and Also just had a good combination of feels and filth with a melody here and there and some screechy nonsense here and there. So I'm talking about like Resurrection, Apocalypse, Fuck You, what a banging track, still goes off. I still have fond memories as well of their DEF CON 1 Australia set, which was during twilight. So like as the sun is setting, sort of the 6 to 7 p.m. set, and the sun's going down. We're on that grassy hill, absolutely losing our fucking minds to Art of Fighters. Forever a cherished memory at my raves. Okay, Outblast. Fuck, this entire list is just gonna be tier 1 and 2 at the very least. Outblast for me, I know he's a legend of the scene. I'm putting him in tier 2 because I know that his contribution probably exceeds the amount of tracks that I know and love of his. So for me, it's a smaller amount of tracks that I know, like his collabs with Angerfist, his Masters of Hardcore contributions. Outblast set at Supremacy Australia, his farewell set was one of the best experiences ever. I've never seen a crowd more dedicated to see off a legend in supreme fashion. Awesome stuff. Okay, Amnesis. Yeah, Rogue tier, couple of stompers in there, but I've not heard much since basically like Shockwave, and since, what else has he got in there from those old tracks? The Purist, like, love that one, but what have you done recently, mate? Get back out there. Okay, DJ Promo, a strong nostalgic tier for me. Loved his stuff growing up. Particularly Open Upside Down. I know it's a bit cheesy. I know it's probably not one of his iconic tracks, but it was like one of the first ones that I was dancing to out in public in the full Slender Man outfit with the mask and just having a mad time. People were joining in saying like, what's this music? And it just struck a chord with me since then. It was something special about that track. So always hold that nostalgic spot in my heart. Okay, Furion. Right, I've seen him live and was not the biggest fan. To be fair, it was a long time ago. And I love his collab with Angerfist, Hoax. Like, that's next level shit. But is that more Daddy Angerfist pulling the load there rather than Furion? So I don't know. I can't put him in not for me just because of those couple collabs. So I'm gonna chuck him in Rogue tier. Nah, you know what? He's going in like not for me / nostalgic. So he's nostalgic based on the fact that his older collabs still stomp, but overall, like, could give or take Furion. Sorry, mate. Okay, The Prophet. See, hardstyle The Prophet might not have been for me, but his core, very solid. Tier 2. Chucking him straight in there. Look, 1 for the night, 2 for the day. It's a fucking meme that's everywhere at the moment. We don't play. Yeah, we fucking do, mate, because your tracks stomp in the core scene. Just make more core tracks. I'd enjoy your core sets, not so much your hardstyle sets, but hey, each to their own, right? Okay, The Player. Tier 1, no hesitation. What an absolute mad lad. Seriously, some of the best sets I've ever seen from a hardcore producer, and just the biggest G-up of tracks in like Why So Serious and Hit 'Em. Oh my god, like, Hit 'Em plays, doesn't matter if I am half asleep and it's 4 a.m. in the morning and I've had the shittest week. That track makes me want to fly kick the fucking ceiling. Tier 1, every day of the week. Okay, Destructive Tendencies, chucking those in Rogue tier. Seen them live a couple times and I enjoy the performative aspect of their sets, and I do like their tracks. They do verge into some more up-tempo stuff, but every now and then you just remember that, holy shit, these guys made Release the Kraken. And then you're like, yeah, the fucking boys. And that's why they go in the Rogue tier. All right, Nosferatu, nostalgic tier for me. Purely one song carries this bloke into nostalgic tier. Wide-Eyed Innocence. Mwah, chef's fucking kiss. Still one of my favorite hardcore tracks ever. The melody in that track, the vocals in that track, the fucking emotion in that track is like nothing else. I wish more of Nosferatu's tracks were like that. I love his other stuff, but for me, maybe it's a warped opinion here because nothing will ever be as good as that particular track that I heard at such a pivotal time when I was getting into hardcore as well. So perhaps that's why I love it so much. but that's why he's probably stuck in nostalgia until he releases more and I can bump him up a few tiers. Defense, another one that I love this guy. I love his energy. I love the cheeky, cheesy remixes of news broadcasts and things that he does, like Krakaka. Oh, what a track. I remember the first time I heard that, and the first time that I saw him at DEF CON Australia, when he was dropping them all in succession. It was like Krakaka, Beam, and then fucking Wall of Bass. Oh, oofed. Absolute stompers all the time, and he's still coming out with bangers. I reckon he's up there with some of the best hardcore producers and talents these days. Love him. Love the big fella. Endymion. Okay, these guys, nostalgic tier as well. What happened to Endymion? Seriously, like, growing up, these guys performed at festivals where I didn't even know what hardcore and hardstyle was. Bass Control 2012, I still remember sticking around after like DJ Isaac's set, and Endymion came on. I'm like, who the fuck are these guys? And they fucking killed it. Are you like, it was ridiculous. Caught in the Fire, Promises. No, it's probably not the name of the track. I've forgotten it right now, but it's the one that goes, now it's time to bring that boom, and it just fucking drops in. It's escaped my memory at the moment, but, oh, what is that track? That's gonna kill me. Oh my God. Wow, do I look that up? I have to look that up right now. That's gonna give me anxiety. Time to bring that boom. I feel like a 10-year-old on LimeWire searching Endymion Keats, the poetical works of poetical? Come on, search engine, is that even a word, bro? Okay, no, it's not that. Gladiator, that's a good track. Okay, I do like that one. Act of God, Payback. No, Save Me. Save Me is another old stomper. Love that one. But where is this one that oh my God, it's not there. Are you kidding? No, I can't be fucked finding this, eh? Run from reality, let's get it on. No, all right, let me know what track that is in the comments based on my description. Sorry for the amnesia. Back to the video.
Don't do it. No. No, don't do it. No.
All right, Korsakov. DJ, yeah. Rogue tier, definitely rogue tier. I honestly can't think of anything that she's produced recently, but her old stuff is great. Rebottled, that's one of like an old jump style banger that I loved. Torment of Triton, ooh, what a juicy anthem that was. Okay, Lady Damage, rogue tier. Up tempo, new producer, couple of good bangers in there, and honestly, not too much else to write home about. Gets the job done. All right, here's the first God tier of the day. No arguments whatsoever. If you disagree, you're wrong. Mad Dog, what a fucking god. Seriously, Mad Dog spelt backwards is goddamn. There's just no denying it. Every track of his makes me turn into a possessed fucking demon. I can't explain it. It's ridiculous. Priests, Call of Fury, Not My Tempo. There was one set that I saw, Supremacy once again, Australia, very first one. He played 8 of my favorite tracks in a row. It was inhuman. It was like he was trying to kill me. I could not stop dancing to each single one as hard as I possibly could. And at the end of the set, it felt like I had been hit by a fucking bus. That's how you know he's God tier. You have that kind of memory, that kind of experience associated with a set, you will never go back. Okay, Miss Kate, solid tier 2. I enjoy Miss Kate. I think that enjoy her for her music and her appearance. I guess that's fair. She's a fucking babe. But overall, she's got some slamming tracks like Santiago, the collab with Angerfist. Out of the Frame is a belter. She still has it and still produces consistently, and that's what I look for in ranking these producers, at least for these videos. How consistent are they? How good are their sets? I really enjoy her sets as well. She always brings the pain. And yeah, very solid, very good looking. Okay, first one in the not for me category. Noise Suppressor, I'm sorry, bro. Like, he's a really nice guy as well, I've heard. But I'm not sure if it's a poisoned experience for me, because the one set I saw from Noise Suppressor was at Bass Control, like the last one in Sydney. It must have been 2014 or something. And I don't know if it was the slippery floor or just the vibe of the place or whatever, but the set fell really flat for me. And it was just, I couldn't recognize many of the tracks that he played. I don't really know that many of his tracks, or I haven't really got into them over the years. So even though he spins hard and fast, which I love, and I definitely had a hack during his set, but overall it was probably the weakest set of that festival for me, and I really haven't heard much since. So potentially a poisoned chalice that I've chosen to drink there. So if you do know any good recent Noise Suppressor stuff, hit me up. Be happy to fall back in love with the big fella. All right, Party Raiser. Party Raiser's a very solid tier 2. Definitely one of my favorite sets in DEFCON Australia land. DEFCON Australia land, what a stupid, it sounds like a fun theme park, but what a stupid thing to say. So what I mean by that is, for the sets I've attended at DEFCON Australia, Party Raiser's closing set was one of my favorites, just because it was at the end of the night where they shut down other stages in Australia, and you could only go to like the hardcore stage or the blue stage. And naturally, everyone with a brain went to the hardcore stage. Sorry, Raw fans, get salty, eh? And Party Raiser killed it. It was just slammer after slammer. There were people like who climbed crates and shit and were dancing. They were hacking on top of these like unstable crates because there was no more room left on the dance floor. Like, that's how much this guy was crushing it. So yeah, loved that night, and really solid all round. Daddy L-Stack. Look, big fella. How can you not put this man tier 1? Paul L-Stack is just an absolute goat of the hardcore scene. Everyone loves him, and every time you hear even his old tracks played in recent sets, whether it's a new edit, an old school edit, and he even has his friggin' tendrils, sure, in happy hardcore. And yeah, man can do it all. Love you, Daddy L-Stack. Righto, as if there was any doubt whatsoever, Angerfist, God tier. Every set I've seen of the man has been ridiculously off tap and different, and that is why that separates him from some of those in tier 1. I will never get sick and tired of seeing any of these producers, to be completely honest, but Angerfist brings something fresh, brings something new every set I've ever seen. And he doesn't fucking have to. He could play Incoming for 2 hours straight and I would be completely satisfied. I would walk away from that with the boys and go, man, what a fucking great set. But he doesn't do that, because he's way better than that. It's always new edits, new mashups, new tracks even. He's honestly the GOAT. Like, only person for me that stands up next to Mad Dog in terms of making me turn into that possessed hacking demon at the end of the night when you've got absolutely no energy left. But he's just a lord. Honestly, if you disagree, then just don't even swipe right on fucking Hacker, all right? It's an app that should exist for people who just want to have mad hacks with one another. Comment below if you would sign up to that. And buy a Jurassic Foire t-shirt. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. What other genres and tier lists should I make in the future? And guess what? If my state can keep its shit together for another month, I'll be back at festivals all year. So hopefully some festival content coming your way very soon. If you enjoyed this, subscribe, share it with your mates, and of course, have a skits day, crank it loud, and fucking hack. Yeah, that's it.